All right, let's have a look. We have one more 5+2. Let's play that one. Let me accept the challenge. Fuchsia says e6 was quite good. No questions. Yeah, it was pretty strong as well. All right. So here again, another fight within e4, e5. Knight is c6. So this time, I feel like there will be something like Italian. No, this tricky line with d4. An interesting one. So now bishop should go to, oh no, f4 immediately. Yeah, that's correct. That's right. So d6. Takes. Bishop goes to g5. Pinning the knight. Now we can do this move. Continuing with the development. And I'm not sure if I'm making the right move theoretically, but at least it makes sense to me to put the queen on e7 here. Since there will be most likely bishop f6 sooner or later, I think it's a good idea to have a chance to castle long, just as an option. So, okay. c3. Well, there are options. So we can basically go back to c6. I don't see anything super bad in it. I think it's okay, more or less. Yeah, let's try it. I have a feeling that I'm doing something wrong, but don't quite get what exactly. Maybe I should have taken on c4 first and then just knight to e6. Yeah, I think that was the right way to play it. Instead of going back to c6, just take on c4 and put the knight on e6 instead of c6. That was a logical thing to do, really. Now after knight to c6, my knight on c6 is not very good, right? So this pawn grabs this square, and I don't see what my knight is actually doing. All right, that's a problem. There is another very pleasant comment. Love your analysis in England Gambit. Well, probably not my best work, but thanks a lot. And Fuchsia adds that I cannot castle. Yes, but that is not a big deal because, you know, normally white continues the attack with the help of something like queen f3 at some point to attack f6. Otherwise, how to attack this pawn? And then I can castle. So that's not something that makes me feel really bad. The inability to castle right now. On the other hand, I can really, if I want, I can castle short as well, right? Just castling short, then king h8, rook g8. Yeah, looks like a terrible pawn structure, but the knight is far away. So normally you are afraid of pawns like that on the king side when the knight can get somewhere to attack it or maybe get to f5, right? It's not the case here, so I guess that's fine. So there is a question. You want me to challenge you at 5+2? You can do 5+2 or just 5 without increment. 3 is kind of short, you say, and that's right. Yeah. So. And queen to f3 is a bit strange to me. So we can give a check on c5 now. There will be queen f2, probably on the move. That queen takes, rook takes, and if I play king e7, there will be the f6, so I will most likely grab it. All right. We can also start with the bishop c4, knight c4, and then queen to c5 check. And then knight goes to e3 is kind of forced. But that is just help to black because it brings... sorry, just help to white because it brings the knight to the right square. Yeah. Not so simple, but I'd rather play this. Maybe it's not the best move here. Most likely it is not the best move here. Yeah. Now what about playing queen to b6? And if queen captures b6, a takes b6, in which case bishop b6, f6, and rook f6 is possible. Yeah, it's not a good idea for me at all. I have a strange feeling that I'm just misplaying it. So now f6 will drop my extra pawn. I mean, position will be equalized pretty much. Question is, should I even try something like king e7 now? Maybe it's not needed anymore. But if I don't play king e7 once, on the other hand, if I play king e7 there, maybe bishop e6, king e6, and rook f1, it will be even easier for white to attack me. Okay. I think that is our most realistic target here. So let's try that one. Yeah. That's the bad part of this story. Now I think I have to counterattack like this. Otherwise I'm just worse. Even. Yeah, I could have played it better, for sure. So there is a comment that the knight on a3 is being quarantined. Not really, so I can get back to the game easily. But it was for some time, yeah, indeed. Alright, now king f7 with the tempo. Forcing the rook there. Now king g7 with the tempo. So I will regain the pawn for sure. The question is if it gives me anything. I don't think so. I guess this position is just balanced. Completely balanced. Alright, I would have probably played rook to e6, but it's a question of taste mainly, I guess. In this particular case. So now I have a passer, but this passer is isolated. I'm talking about this pawn. So maybe it's not a great power anyway. Now what about making this position slightly more dynamic by allowing white this rook to d7 stuff? Maybe it's a decisive mistake though. Who knows? But it's not a great fun to play. Anyway, ooh, there is a dog barking. And it's not mine. Not to c4, smart choice. But now we can probably play something like b5, right? No, rook c7 then. It's not good. What else? There is another interesting option of playing this move. Intended rook to f2. Which may be quite dangerous. Maybe just nothing for black at all. Yeah. At this stage, white is playing a pretty decent game. And I would say that, well, the whole game is quite good. Very nice. I have definitely misplayed it, and I'm not sure if I am going to survive this one, even. Because it is going to have some extra material pretty soon. Except I have some tricks here, like knight goes away. If it goes away, then rook f4 check and rook f7. Well, accidentally I found this swindle. I didn't see it before I played rook e4, actually. So it should be safe position for me, at least. I'm not going to lose material here. Yeah. It shouldn't be that bad, this ending. Let's see how to place our pieces, though. Opponent offers a draw. Let's see, should we think about it? I guess, yeah, most likely result here is a draw. The question is who is gonna have problems? Maybe black because of the isolated stuff here. But, well, we can try something. But most likely it's just, you know, overestimating own chances here and only creating some chances for an opponent, in fact. But I'm not quite sure. So now we're going to get rid of that king in the center with the help of the check. White is playing quite passive right now. And we are indeed getting some chances. So now we can give this check on c4, then king e4, knight b2, knight e5. It's not clear to me, but I think this move is quite obviously good because we improve the position of the king. I missed that one, was unnecessary, but we get this one and that one. Now we have an outside passer, which is amazing. If we talk about the knight. So should we put the king here? Also pretty good square, I think. And then just h5. Yeah, it's just lost for white, completely lost. My knight on d6 is gorgeous, just controlling most important squares. I think we can even try this move. And now the knight is completely deprived of the way towards, you know, key squares to stop the pawn. All right, so the ending stage was quite instructive. I understand that my opponent spoiled it because of the time trouble, but there were several quite useful mistakes to discuss. So here, for example, I would have definitely tried something like knight e4 check, and then knight to c5. So activation, all right? So get into some attacking squares, maybe even winning the pawn because of it, at least trying something like that. Or maybe I would have tried something like g4, but I would never ever put my knight on f3 because there is nothing to do there, all right? That is the first thing, I guess, how you can improve it. Knight to d8, then the next thing is king to e4. You're just welcoming this idea with knight f7 and knight e6, although it may be not critical. So knight to f7. Now instead of h4, again, good question what to try here. Maybe it's okay. But then g3, yeah, g3 was too passive. Instead, g4, controlling f5 was correct. And then if knight e6, then king goes back to e3, just like in our game. And if knight c4, then king back to e4. And if I take b2, you take on e5. So, and you're fine. Position is still materially balanced. You have 2 against 1. You have some active pieces, so it was good, in my opinion. So I guess that was in fact, the main reason of your complications here. Although even this position is not entirely clear, but it's clear how black managed to turn the tables, mainly because of your passive moves, a couple of passive moves in a row. I think that was your main mistake. All right. Otherwise, very good game. Thanks a lot for this experience. It was very nice.